Alrighty, good evening ladies and gentlemen, this is Hairy Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters. And as you can see, I've really been letting the clock run before starting to cast the games because, yeah, I don't think anybody cares about any of this early stuff. I mean, we've already got the Reaper halfway across the map, I've barely started to do anything, but this is actually when it starts to get interesting. So, it's a very nice point to start it at. So while that Reaper's running around, let's introduce the player. So down at the bottom right side of the map, he's Mr. HyuN. He is 26 years of age from South Korea, plays for Team Rocat, and yeah, having tons of fun chasing away this Reaper, but so far doing a pretty good job. Worker down to half health, he may have to do something about that if it gets any lower, and the person controlling the Reaper at the moment is Mr. TaeJa. He is 19 years of age, from South Korea, plays for Team Liquid. Although it says HyperX on his thing, so I'm pretty sure he's been with Team Liquid for like a few years now, so that's just, yeah, something. I don't know what the deal is with that. But the Reaper's getting in there, actually doing a pretty good job at hitting this queen, but the other queen finally makes it over. Where is the creep spread between these guys? I suppose they have to spend all their energy on spawning lava, and that's because he had to move that queen down. That spawn lava is going to be delayed by a little bit, but he's getting another queen out there, so that should be fine. Third queen, it should be fine. And yeah, now the creep is going to start coming out. Need to get some creep between those two bases though. Although, after a little while, it doesn't matter too much, but still in this early part of the game, especially when you're moving queens around and stuff like that, it can make a difference. But of course, creep off to the rest of the map is probably more important. So Mr. TaeJa down here looks like he is building a third base, third command center. It's going to be a lot of very fast macro for Mr. TaeJa, and yeah, pretty good stuff. Is just getting Hellions now, yeah, so he's not going for any sort of crazy full-on play. I don't think we're not going to see like Widow Mine drops or anything like that. We might see early Widow Mine drops or early Marine drops, but I don't think so. I mean, that third base does take 400 minerals, so it does slow down a lot of the other things, and yeah. But Hellions by themselves, still doing a pretty good job. It's going to be scarring this thing a little bit. No real chance of cancelling it with just 2 Hellions and 2 Reapers though, but man, you know the game's exciting when you want to go for Ultra Zoom mode this early in the game. Oh man, I need to take a drink as well. Alright, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. So there we go. Guys still running around. There are more Hellions, but they're just sort of sitting around. Obviously he's a little bit worried about a Ling invasion, but he does send one of his Hellions down just to put down some extra DPS. The Lings of course are over here just sitting by the watchtower, but there's not a huge amount of them, so they're not all that scary at the moment. The Reaper goes in, sees a bunch more Lings and runs off. So yes, TaeJa, that is where the rest of the Lings are. And he's decided to back off after that, but he has got his third base down, and so bit of extra defenses for that third base. Definitely not a bad idea. And here comes the starport, and bunch of reactors, bunch of gas, all that other sort of good stuff. His income has got to be looking good, but not as good as HyuN, man, who's got that third base down and has been pushing out workers like a crate. 12 more are coming out as we speak. That's going to put him up to nearly 70 workers. That is absolutely nuts. And yeah, so TaeJa is going to be in a beautiful spot macro-wise with his 50, 55 workers, 60 workers, however much he gets up to. But HyuN is looking very, very good. And we see the Spire, we see the Baneling Nest, we see the Ling upgrades, both of them coming out. So he's got everything the way he wants. 2 more workers coming out. That's going to put him up to 70. Which is a very, very nice spot, and I think TaeJa will probably push on to 60 or 55 or something like that, probably 60, and yeah, then he also will be in an excellent spot. Now, he does have his upgrades a little bit further, the 1-1 a little bit further than what HyuN has. Finally taking these Lings out, although the Lings do go far enough to see the third base is going down, and they may actually kill something here. That mule just got owned by a bunch of Lings, so not going to be happy about that. The Marines are out though, and in a minute or so, or maybe a minute or two, their upgrades are going to be done, and they will be able to go out and actually do some damage. But HyuN already spreading the creep like an absolute pro. And look at all these creep tumors all over the place. This is a nightmare of creep tumors. So TaeJa's going to be spending half of the game destroying those things. But oh, for now, the Ling's thinking about coming in. Bailing speed not here yet. So HyuN can't do the best that he possibly can. But he's still going to get in. The Bailings, oh, he's managed to keep away from the Bailings for now. But one Bailing did get in there and did hit some Marines. But managed to keep most of them alive. And now they are running back and doing so much damage. So great job there, TaeJa. Looking at the mass, looking at the units, saying, alright, I can probably hold on here. Because a lot of players would have just lifted up and run out of there and sacrificed half of their units because they weren't all going to fit in the medevac. But TaeJa did the math, decided he could hold on. And yeah, he can't hold on from this though. I think he's going to run. There he goes. Getting the hell out of there does save most of his units. So you got to know when to stay and you got to know when to run. And that was a beautiful decision there by TaeJa to stay in that previous battle. Although he's dropping down here. Not so sure about that. The Bailings rolling around on creep. And they are so fast on creep. That is just absolutely insane. And it looks like HyuN, no, he's not gonna push that hard. He's just gonna sit back, getting the mutas out, 9 mutas at a time. We've seen quite a few players, I feel like, go for mutaling. I'm thinking a little bit of the Hairy Bash Grand Final as well with Mr. Wally, which I don't know if you guys have, I think you will have seen. Came out earlier this afternoon based on this game, but we've seen a lot of mutaling plays from various players, and HyuN is one of the best. So it's definitely going to be awesome to see how he takes it up against somebody like TaeJa. I believe last night we saw Arthur versus TaeJa and... Wait, is Arthur Zerg? I'm so confused. No, Arthur is Protoss, so I guess we didn't see mutaling from him. I've just like got mutaling on my brain. It's like the last 20 games I cast have been mutaling. I don't know why I have that feeling, but yes, I do. So anyway, ton of Marines coming out and some Marauders. 8 at a time is not bad. We've definitely seen a lot more though. So TaeJa, oh, he's building 3 more barracks. There we go. So that is that. And my mouse is starting to go a little bit lumpy, so that's not good. It's sort of feels like an egg trying to move it around the map. You know, sometimes you move it left and it moves left, you move it up and it doesn't move up as fast as you would think. And it's sort of moving in different directions at different speeds, even though you're moving it around at the same speed. It's weird, but yeah, sometimes it happens. So anyway, look at this army, man. Tons of mutas out there. Upgrades for the mutas, they do have 1 air attack and 2 just about to finish. He's going to get it out a little bit ahead of Mr. TaeJa, who has 2-1 at the moment, but 1 armor is still a little bit of a ways off, not too far though. And these guys rolling around, and the 3rd base looking like it could be in a lot of trouble right here. So he's decided to flank. The Bailey's just rolling all the way through, and now the workers are open, but the Baileys are just like, well, we destroyed those supply depots. What do you want us to do now, boss? And yeah, just was not getting it done. This Marine somehow made it onto the main base. No idea how he made it onto the main base. No idea how he got this far in, but did manage to get in there. The workers came back and the Bailings are still hanging around. So 2 Bailings left looking to take something out. Just decided to take out the missile turret and just burrows the last guy, because why the hell not? Meanwhile, another attack going on here. The Widow Mines we're thinking about there. There we go. They're burrowing, and oh, mass muta hits from the Widow Mines. I think they killed a couple of Widow Mines before they got the hits off, but still there was at least 1 decent hit. The Bailey's going nuts though. He's having to run for his life right here, and the Bailey's still getting some very, very decent hits off. The Ling's finishing off a lot of these guys, but the numbers are still there. And Mr. Thor is coming out. Very, very good stuff from Mr. TaeJa. Great muta deterrent, and does soak up a fair amount of Bailing damage as well, if the Bailings are stupid enough to go for it. So TaeJa, so far, doing a pretty good job. Goes straight for the bust right here, and he's going to try and knock this hatchery down. He's going for it nutso. I think he's going to be able to do it. Hatchery is just about done. Oh, come on. He's not attacking it. He's attacking the Lings or attacking the mutas. And I'm getting lag, which is funny because this is an offline game, an offline replay. So I don't know. I'm running off my 4G internet at the moment, so maybe that's giving me some grief. So usually that's better than ADSL2 in most cases. Ooh, who knows? Here we go. This guy is coming in, the Thor, but that Thor is not going to last very long. There's way too many Banelings. There's way too many Lings. They're just going to absolutely massacre this horse, unless they can lead him into the Widow Mines, in which case they'll probably still get massacred. This Baneling is still there. Oh, HyuN selected it. Is he going to lift it up anytime soon? I do not know, but I assume that will happen at some point. We do have that Baneling selected down on the bottom right side of the map, so keep an eye out. And yeah, if that guy explodes, then we're definitely going to be hearing about it. TaeJa trying his very, very best to take out these guys, but look at this beautiful flank coming up the backside. The Thor's getting owned. He picks up one Thor, the other Thor has been destroyed. All the ground forces are getting taken out, and HyuN doing a fantastic job. Look at this, 83 workers over 62. TaeJa in an excellent place macro-wise. HyuN in a spectacular place macro-wise. Absolutely spectacular. And he's not letting TaeJa get a massive amount of forces. He's just constantly trading off against him. And that's where the macro really shines for a high-income player, is when you're constantly trading off. Because look at TaeJa, man. He's 56 under 63. He's doing a pretty good job, but he still is nowhere near maxing out, and that is all HyuN's work. He is making sure that TaeJa cannot max out right here. Although TaeJa's sort of falling back a little bit, not really going in for an attack anymore, and that's going to allow him to macro up quite a bit. And if he does max out, then HyuN is going to have a little bit of problems dealing with that, because yeah, I mean, maxed out Terran army is going to have more units than a maxed out Zerg army, simply because HyuN has so many workers. So needs to keep moving on, keep trading out, keep making great plays, and keep clashing with the Terran army. If he stops clashing with the Terran army, I think bad things are going to happen. Look at this, 3 missile turrets and a planetary fortress. Nothing that Mr. HyuN can do about that, unless he wants to roll Banelings in, which could do some damage, but quite a few of them will probably get picked off by the planetary. And he's expanding like a mad bastard, which is exactly what he needs to do, because with this much macro, he is going to start sucking out the mineral patches. His natural is not looking very good. The third base starting to look a little bit threadbare. And yeah, so he needs those bases ready to go, because he is going to run out of minerals in his main bases very, very soon. Here come the Banelings, the Marines. Oh! Damn, TaeJa should have lifted off half a second earlier. That Baneling just went absolutely ballistic. Destroyed all of those guys. But TaeJa sort of sitting back, making some good stuff happen. Not really trading off his army like he used to, like HyuN wants him to, because he's not on the creep anymore. And when he's not on the creep, he's doing a pretty good job. He's not attacking HyuN as much as he was before, not getting into HyuN's face. But overall, it works out for him not to get in HyuN's face, because it allows him to keep more of his forces alive, allows him to macro up a little bit higher, and once he's fully macroed up, then he can go in and have the bigger army. But the mutas are starting to look like a major pain in the ass, man. So, 23 mutas. Definitely needs to start countering that just a little bit. These guys coming in, the Widow Mines right next to the Banelings. Oh, a couple of Banelings wipe them out, but this guy does hit the core of the Baneling numbers. Meanwhile, the mutas going on in. There is one Thor. The Thor is not doing a very good job, and these mutas have had free reign for a very, very long time in this base, mainly because the main army is back down here. But the Banelings doing a fantastic job. HyuN starting to look really good. I think TaeJa was doing a bit of risky play there, letting his forces get owned and trying to make some plays happen in these enemies' bases, but it hasn't really happened. HyuN has come out, done some major damage, and managed to hold off at the same time all of TaeJa's advances. And now TaeJa is looking quite a bit screwed. I think this game is going to be over very, very soon. HyuN has it pretty much in the bag at this point. Income-wise, looking exceptional. And there we go. TaeJa gives the GG. Just as I said he would. So there we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. And thank you very much for watching this game. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. It's really, really great to see a Zerg mutiling their way to a victory, because you see quite a lot that the mutiling kind of fails against Terran and Protoss play, but you love it when it absolutely just goes off. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. I will catch you guys tomorrow for another Daily Masters. See you guys then.